We begin 13 News at 5 with a live look at this breaking news. A crash involving two semis right now is tying up traffic along I-70 East. This is out near Monrovia. We're looking live at the scene right now, and we're using the INDOT camera that's positioned in that area.
So the crash, which happened just before 4 o'clock this afternoon, has closed all lanes of the interstate coming into Indianapolis. We're being told that traffic is being diverted at State Road 39, and we're also being told that there are no serious injuries. So we will keep you updated as we learn more info about this. Stay with us.
Hot and sunny out there right now, but the weather's going to be changing, and we want to make sure you are ready for this weather impact alert day in central Indiana.
So there is now a chance for strong to severe storms to hit the area tomorrow. Angela has actually been warning us about this system for days now.
Yes, and it's still on track. When do you expect it's going to arrive?
It's going to arrive during the day tomorrow. May end up coming in a couple of waves, and what we hope is we get a wave early in the day. If it lasts long enough, that would keep the atmosphere a little more stable and reduce our threat. But not convinced completely that's going to happen. So we want to make sure you're aware that tomorrow is a weather impact alert day. Ann and Felicia asked about the timeline. Between about 10 a.m. and 8 p.m., that's the when. The impact can't rule out some large hail. Primary threats will be damaging wind gust and heavy rain. What you can do, follow the forecast, make sure you have the app, and make sure you are streaming as well. WTHR Plus, this is a download on your TV for radar team coverage of any watches and warnings during the day tomorrow. They're under a tornado watch across parts of northern Iowa into portions of Minnesota. This is the storm system that's headed our way. It's out west, and that's where it will stay over the next several hours. We go under that threat of severe weather during the day tomorrow. On our scale of 1 to 5, we are at a 2. The good news, the tornado probability is off to our east. However, we're still expecting those threats of damaging wind, can't rule out hail, and some heavy rain associated with these thunderstorms as well. Early look at the timeline shows us dry this evening. Early tomorrow morning, a few spotty showers and storms. And again, what we're hoping for, that we actually get a few showers and storms early in the day that would decrease the threat of additional storms tomorrow afternoon and evening. Full report coming up in just a few minutes.
Okay, we'll be here for that, Angela, and you can keep track of the severe weather moving in tomorrow on the live Doppler 13 weather app. Once you get it, sign up for notifications. That way we can let you know when there's a watch or warning issued for your area.
Developing tonight, a 15-year-old boy now is accused in the alleged rape of a 7-year-old on a Jennings County school bus, a transportation service for students diagnosed with special needs.
13 News learned the incident was captured on the bus's security video. The Jennings County School Corporation is reviewing the security video from the entire school year to determine whether there were any other incidents.
The Jennings County Probation Department now telling 13 News it's possible that more allegations could be coming in this case. So the teen suspect currently now in custody at the Juvenile Detention Center. He's scheduled to be in court later this week. And now to Morgan County, where a man is behind bars right now, and he's charged with child exploitation and possessing child porn.
And just hours ago, 59-year-old Nathan Bailey appeared in court facing more than 30 charges after investigators arrested him last week. Our Emily Longnecker was in court today for Bailey's initial hearing, and we do have to warn you the details behind these charges are graphic.
Mr. Bailey, you're accused of some real heinous stuff. What do you have to say for yourself? Anything? 59-year-old Nathan Bailey had no words as he left the Morgan County Courthouse in shackles Monday. Bailey is accused of buying and sharing child pornography involving babies, and at least in one case, using a $30 Apple gift card to pay for it. A detective with the Morgan County Sheriff's Department told the court he found 24 videos showing similar acts along with 10 images. A detective with the Morgan County Sheriff's Department told the court he found 24 videos and 10 images on Bailey's phone showing similar acts. The detective said he first learned about Bailey's alleged crimes when police got a call from a group called Bikers Against Predators. A member of that group told police they were at Bailey's Martinsville home and he had admitted to sharing child pornography.
You know, a lot of people perceive us as, vigilantes, but we're ultimately just investigative journalists, and we're reporting a crime that is taking place.
Robert Bloom says they tracked Bailey down through another man in Michigan who was sharing child porn with him.
We wanted to get his confession on camera, which as we did, And eventually he was arrested.
But the Morgan County prosecutor says while he supports neighborhood watches and see something, say something, it's important to leave the detective work to the professionals.
The problem with amateur groups is as much as they want to do it, if you're an amateur doing professional work, bad things can happen. Fortunately, in this case, they didn't, and we didn't lose a criminal case. So I'm very grateful that it worked out the way it did.
The detective who questioned Bailey said Bailey admitted he had a problem and had been doing online therapy. He even researched the punishments he could face.
So in this case, the judge set Bailey's bond at $20,000. His trial is currently set for September.
And an update tonight on a police shooting in Lawrence.
Investigators now tell us that a woman killed a dog before officers say she then raised the gun toward them, and that's when they say they shot her. So this happened around 9 o'clock last night near North Rickard Avenue and East 46.
Officers say they told a woman who they say was holding a dog and a gun to show her hands. The officers say she then shot and killed the dog before raising the gun toward her head and officers.
That's when a Lawrence police officer shot the woman in the shoulder. Right now she is hospitalized. We are told she is unstable.
The officer who fired the gun is on administrative duties. The woman faces preliminary charges of pointing a loaded firearm, unlawfully carrying of a handgun with a prior felony, as well as animal cruelty. And the man accused of shooting and killing a woman inside a Lawrence Dollar Tree is changing his plea to guilty, and it comes nearly 2 years after Jasmine Bennett's death.
Our Matthew Foltz had his camera in the courtroom this morning as Jalen Thomas appeared before the judge.
This hearing lasting less than 15 minutes, and it was really the first time that we saw Thomas in person in nearly 2 years since a previous hearing. Jasmine's family was also in the courtroom this morning, and her mother tells me that while this brings a little bit of closure for their family, she still has anger towards Thomas.
Thomas entered the courtroom Monday morning in shackles and a red jumpsuit. The judge reading off his change of plea to guilty but mentally ill in the murder of Jasmine Bennett. She was shot and killed while working inside a Lawrence Dollar Tree on May 8th of 2023.
I'm relieved finally that Jasmine's going to get justice, and he's going to finally get the time that he deserves.
Jasmine's mother, Dina Ford, was in the courtroom during the hearing alongside other family members. She says while it's justice for her daughter, it won't bring her back.
She had a laugh that she wanted that everybody would enjoy, and that giggle, that laugh that she would have. We don't have that no more.
As for Thomas, he's looking at between 45 and 65 years in jail for the guilty plea. The judge says he will also continue to get psychiatric treatment at the Department of Corrections, plus medication for his mental illness. After the hearing, Thomas asked his attorney if the hearing would be on the news before smirking.
I'm just over him. I'm over people talking about him, and he just needs to rot in jail.
Now, Jasmine's mother also tells me they plan to honor her life on May 8th, which will be 2 years since she was killed. Meanwhile, Thomas is due back in court on May 12th for his sentencing. Reporting on Indy's East Side, I'm Matthew Foltz, 13 News.
Tonight, Ascension St. Vincent is warning some patients whose personal information may have been stolen. Ascension determined that it, quote, inadvertently disclosed information to a former business partner, and a vulnerability in the other company's software may have led to stolen information. The company said the incident did not involve Ascension systems, networks, or electronic health records. Ascension now is offering the impacted patients 2 years of complimentary credit monitoring and also identity theft protection services. It's time. Indiana Fever training camp is underway, and it means the season, well, that's going to be here before we know it.
Yeah, and it is a new looking Fever team with all the off-season additions. So Dom has been at the training camp the past 2 days. Don, what's the vibe like? Because I feel like we have a lot to be excited about.
100%. The excitement is sticking out to me. The comfortability and everyone on the same page is kind of what's sticking out to me right now. The Fever have the look of a team who's already ready to hit the ground running just two days into training camp. We know about the excitement outside of the building. This fan base is fired up, but I can promise you, you can feel that in that excitement within this team as well. New head coach Stephanie White leading the charge. She's not all that new per se, but new for this season. Aaliyah Boston and DeWanna Bonner spoke yesterday. Aaliyah Boston and DeWanna Bonner spoke yesterday on her style and how much they've enjoyed having her at the helm, just the way she's running practices. Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell emphasizing those sentiments after practice today as well. It's a good vibe at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. It's as talented of roster as we've ever seen don the Fever uniform. Clark, Mitchell, Boston as your established core, then adding players with championship experience like Sydney Colson, DeWanna Bonner, Natasha Howard, multi-time All-Stars, multi-time WNBA champions. Not to mention Sophie Cunningham, the sharpshooter. This is a deep team. Expectations, they've been raised, and this team knows without a doubt what's in front of them this season. Caitlin Clark spoke after practice about how the gelling of these newcomers and the veteran leadership is going, and the established core all mixing together in the ceiling of this team, what can lead them to success.
It's going to take a lot of selflessness from everybody, but at the same time, like, when you win, that's what's fun. And nobody cares about their personal stats. Nobody cares about how many points you scored, how many rebounds you had, how many minutes you played. Like, everybody's going to have to give a little bit, but that's what it takes to win. And Steph has preached that since she's got here in Indy, and I think the people that they've brought here to Indy too embody that in everything that they do. So we're excited.
I'm pumped up to watch this team play this season. I'm not the only one. You'll be able to watch them soon. Preseason action begins Saturday at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, followed up on Sunday in Iowa City, Caitlin Clark's old stomping grounds. That should be fun against the Brazilian national team. We'll have much more from Caitlin Clark, Stephanie White, and Kelsey Mitchell coming up for you at 6, but a lot of reasons to be excited, you guys, about this Fever team. Should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, this overlapping here with the Pacers in the playoffs.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you be excited? It's fun to see the Fever supporting the Pacers supporting the Fever. We saw that all last season.
Yeah.
They're about as in sync of two professional teams in the NBA and WNBA nationwide. It's fun.
I was going to say you could feel the synergy. You
yes,
could see it.
No
really
doubt
cool.
about it. So we'll see.
Well, WTHR is your local TV home of the Fever, and you can watch 18 of their games this season right here on Channel 13, as well as our sister station, MeTV, which is Channel 13.3.
For all the deets, just scan the QR code there on your screen, and we also have the schedule posted for you at WTHR.com/fever.